What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Brown Gent. I got some massive updates to share with you guys. One reminder, but everything else is a massive update that you've got to act on right now. And we'll talk a bit about some sort of NFT and what I think strategy could be going forward. So, before we get into it, just remember nothing I say is financial advice. Remember, any idiot can turn on a camera and talk to you guys on YouTube. So, don't just take what I say as gospel, do your own research as well. But if you want the extra coaching, guidance, and support, we have the private group. If you join on Patreon, it's only 20 bucks a month. Something to consider if you are serious about airdrop farming and looking for a really neat community. Now, the first thing I want to bring up is today, a couple hours ago, I think you guys remember we were struggling with the METIS testnet. If you were a community tester, which I hope you were, I did a couple guides on season 1 and season 2. You can now go in and claim your NFT. And I want to also sort of explain exactly what this is about. So remember, the links to everything are in the description below. I'm going to show you how to claim your NFTs, so don't worry about that. But basically, there are 3 different types of NFTs. There's elite, based, and good. Kind of embarrassed that I just got the based NFT, which, still I'm based, but elite obviously is way better. It's definitely going to be more expensive if you are able to trade this on the secondary market. But basically, they split it into sort of 3 categories. So the top third, middle third, bottom third. And each gets a different type of NFT. And of course, we expect there to be different rewards and benefits from that. Now, the way it sort of looked at that was it stratified your experience points. So I actually, kind of embarrassed to admit it, but I went ham in season 1. Season 2, I've kind of been on the road. I was traveling, doing all that stuff. So I didn't really get to do a bunch of the XP gathering. I know some people got to like 100K. I got to like 20K or something like in season 1 and didn't really touch it much in season 2. So I got punished because I didn't think this was what was going to happen. This is also why you shouldn't just listen to what the mods say. Half the time, the mods don't know anything. I used to ask the mods in their Discord, "Hey, so is it worth it for me to keep farming?" They're like, "Nah, like, we won't distinguish." But then this happens, right? So, not saying all the mods are terrible, but sort of take it with a grain of salt. And you know, they always say it's never crowded on the extra mile, and sometimes sort of going a little further than others will get you an edge. So this is the NFT. Basically, what you have to do, and you can kind of read all this after. All you got to do is go to decentralized.metis.io. You come down here. It says, okay, you've earned the base helmet. You rank whatever. I ranked 35K. There was somebody in our private group who messaged that they were ranked like 30,000 and they got the elite NFT, so I was close. And then all you got to do is hit mint. Now, I think it connected me to Andromeda testnet, but I just got a request for some METIS tokens from somebody on the mainnet, so I'm not sure. But you should be able to mint it. Once you're done, you click on check your helmet. By checking your helmet, you can sort of see this here, but will be interesting to know. I didn't see anything about it being soulbound. If we can trade it, especially to somebody else. But the idea here is we will get rewards from this. So for those of you wondering, well, is this a reward just getting an NFT? No. The second part of this is if you go to the blog post, it also sort of highlights some layer 3 quests. So if you've done all of these, you would have got a special NFT there as well. They call it an epic NFT. I'm sure just like with the helmet, it will play a role in sort of the rewards you get. So all you got to do is sort of, if you go here and you're not all green, go in there, click on the one you're not done, and it'll sort of get you where you need to be. So that's it for Metis. So that's where we stand. There's going to be a little bit more, likely more mainnet versus testnet, but still very interesting. As a reminder for you guys, the data ownership protocol. So this is where they like encrypt and allow you to be selectively transparent with your transactions, which is pretty cool. They are about to ship to their mainnet. All 4 weeks of their Galaxy campaign are completed. You can't do it anymore. But if you haven't done this testnet, definitely consider it. The one thing I will say is that you will need to refer 3 people in order to get your rewards. You got 2 days left. So if you know people who are interested, like the challenge I think is trying to get the referrals. Uh, don't quote me on this, but I've heard from some people that they sign up one account and then they sort of refer or use a referral link for three others, like three other wallets that they have. That could work. I know that I've been farming this since December, and I have tried as much as possible to use people's links and sort of share their links because that way everyone can eat. So I've included 2 links in sort of this description to use. If you watched the video yesterday, I included 7, but I'm not sure how much of that was used because it's hard to get the feedback loop. But if you're looking to sign up for this and you haven't done it already, consider using one of the referral links in the description below. It'll help some people out. Okay, so that's data ownership protocol. The next thing is Linea Park. Now, before I even get into Linea Park, the first thing I'm going to tell you guys is this is a very good campaign. I like the systematic approach that Linea has taken. The way this works is you are trying to earn LXP. Don't get that confused with XP. So if you go on layer 3 or you go on other protocols or like Intrack, for example, you will learn you can earn XP. But LXP or Linea XP is truly what is counted for the airdrop. Now, I know it gets a little confusing and people are kind of like, what do I do, right? Your goal in the next 6 or 7 weeks of however long this is running, I believe week 6, you get an opportunity to do any of the activities that you haven't already. Go in here and collect as much LXP as possible. But what I will tell you guys, a couple things. Number 1, don't expect the LXP that you get today to be available in your account tomorrow. What you have to do is you have to go and check on the Linea Explorer. And in the Linea Explorer, if you type in your wallet address, it will actually share with you how much LXP you have. In fact, I'm just going to load it on another page while I talk. But don't expect this number to change right now. The reason for that is these are airdropped at different increments. So if you click over here, you see that down here, I have 1,041 LXP. This is not counted some LXP from other events. And if you go into their Discord, which I tell you guys, make sure you follow everything you're airdrop farming. If you're putting effort into it, follow them on Twitter, join the Discord. Telegram, I don't really like it as much because it's kind of a mess. But I think those two are very good. And when you look at that, they tell you they're not airdropping everything right away. Focus on just accumulating as much as possible. This is a soul-bound token, so you're unable to sort of trade it with people. And the idea here is this will eventually sort of trade into whatever Linea token that they have. Now, I will say that Linea has gotten a lot better in terms of gas prices. In December, when I was farming this, it was around like $4 or $5 on some of the swaps and everything else that I did with them. In fact, I have a ton of money sitting there around in random protocols within Linea. I took screenshots, so I'll remember where to withdraw them. But it's just something to consider. So if you haven't done it already, make sure you do it. The other caveat I will tell you guys is never download anything. If it asks you to download something, just sorry, it's not worth the risk. Like, I don't care if a protocol is sort of supporting it. The only things I download are the official wallets that I need. So Rabby, Phantom, MetaMask, Kepler, Ronin, Compass, Leather. Those are the only ones I download. Nothing else comes on here because I am not increasing risk. Every time you download something random, the risk goes up. I've heard from so many people that they've downloaded something and there was a Trojan or there was something. And remember, it's easy. A lot of these protocols have shown us it's very easy to get compromised. So Linea is like responsible for layer 3. I'm sure they got security. But remember, your security is only as good as your weakest link. So if you download some game from some random website, well, Linea's not going to reimburse you if you lose 20,000 bucks. So please just avoid it. It's just not worth the extra 10x LXP. One thing I will say is out of these 5 sort of new activities on action and strategy, which loaded like an hour or so ago today, one of them launches in 4 days. So you can't do it. The other 4, you can. One of them, it's ironic. One of them is messed up, but doesn't tell you. And the other one is messed up and doesn't tell you. So I'm just going to walk you through some of them right now. The first one is the Abyss World, okay? All you gotta do is you see it goes through this way. So I go to Abyss World or yeah, Abyss, the Abyss. Wait, what am I saying? Sorry, Abyss, not Abyss. What am I saying? That's just stupid. Abyss. If people were like making fun of me for saying Solana the wrong way, they're definitely gonna make fun of me for that. So the Abyss world is basically whatever. I don't care. I just gotta click through this. We're good. Download. I'm glad they said you don't need to complete this or download the game to complete. I just literally hit I had skipped it when I did it. That option is no longer there. But once you've skipped it the first time, you go here, you click on this, and it literally takes you to a min page for the Linea NFT, the AW. You can only do it once. I've already done it. Bang. You do that. You hit verify, then you hit continue, and literally once again, optional, no LXP. Great, we're good. So that got you 25. Okay. So then all you got to do now is then go back to this and do the next one. So what I would say is Satoshi Universe. Let's just go to that one quickly. So intro to Satoshi Universe. The answer to the quiz, it's always the first one. So I think it's ABC. Just answer the top one every time. If you get it wrong, who cares? It's like a 2-second timeout. Once you're done the quiz, you click on this Mint Battle Pass. Bang, 20 LXP, golden, right there. You don't need to worry about it. It's what it is, right? Free kind of thing. You just pay like $1. Great. We hit continue. Once again, we don't care about this additional task, and that's pretty much it. So before I didn't do this, it sort of let me do it. Great. We got the thing. All right. You do it, you got the check mark. We're golden. So now let's go to the more complicated ones. So over here, if you go to YOLO, it tells you, or YOLDO, sorry, it tells you they're facing some issues. I got no problem with it. So you go here once again, you listen to this blah, blah, whatever. So what you got to do is you got to go to the on-chain daily stand-up. So I thought this would be confusing, but what I did was you go in here, you go to home. What I did is I signed up. So there'll be a sign up button. You don't see it. You first sign up. You can't log in. You sort of put in your email address, whatever. Once you've done all that, it'll send you a verification code to confirm. So don't put some fake email you have no access to. Click on events. Go to YOLO stand up or YOLO stand up, and literally go down here. Click on day one. Hit the button. You're golden. That's literally all you got to do. 30 LXP. Okay. Then you click on the use fixed price swap. So if you've been doing any of these activities on Linea, you already have some USDC. So I went in there. I got like $10 still in there, but I had $1. Like I traded $1 for whatever throb. Hit the swap button, and that was all I had to do to get the this LXP. And obviously, I didn't do this one because I don't care. I'm not minting this NFT. So that was 3 out of 5. If you remember, the other two, one I said was kind of screwed up, but doesn't say anything. We'll go over that. Remember, Ender's Gate, we got no choice. So that is probably in 4 days. Hopefully, you can gain LXP without having to do any of the downloading because that's a non-starter. So if you go here, we're just gonna sort of just close these. You hit continue. These, you sort of stake your. Oh, oops. Okay, perfect. So the first one is you mint this NFT. I did that, got 15 LXP. Then it said stake your memory card, right? So I got the Pictographs memory card NFT. Now stake it. Well, when I went to stake it, so when you go to stake, you go how to stake. So you get your wallet, done. I confirm my email address, confirmed. Now I click stake. I click this first memory card and no NFTs available to stake. So it was kind of confusing. Now, I could, if I really wanted to, go and mint this Photonaut NFT, but it costs 0.007, and that's like what, like $20 or $18? I'm not spending that. $21? Yeah, I'm not spending it like on this NFT. That's just not gonna happen. I can wait. I'm sure Linea is gonna find out and they'll figure this out. So that's basically it. And like as you can see here, let me just go back to the park. I already have 240 LXP from just like sort of the RPG and the action strategy. Maybe 265 when they get their act together with this other one. But like this is just literally free XP. Now, as you do this stuff, you are doing on-chain activities as well. So you're getting volume, contracts, you're getting it sort of over certain dates. consider this the same way you do your transactions for ZK Sync and Layer Zero. You just want to sort of get as much transactions, as much volume, all that stuff. So when this campaign is over, we'll sort of check our scores and then see if we got to actually do extra activities to help bump up our chances to maximize our airdrop. One thing I will say is Moody Mites is an NFT collection. I just want to bring this to your attention. This is something that literally it's crazy how you can go from feeling so smart to so stupid like this. So I bought this NFT for I think it was 0.07 ETH or sorry 0.07 ETH. Yeah, so it was like $100 something. And then it went up to 0.17 ETH and I snap sold it. And now it's it was up to 0.35 or 0.34. So one of the hardest things with NFTs is when you buy it, sort of figuring out when to sell it, right? So Moody Mites is definitely a premier NFT collection on ZK Sync. It's one of the top 5. They've got a very strong community. I'm not saying that you should buy it or anything, but one of the things that I've got to start doing is when I'm buying NFTs, potentially buy more than just one, especially if I think it's worthwhile. So at 0.07, I should have bought multiple of these because then I'm allowed to then sell at least one when it goes up, and then I can hold the other as a sort of riding on the house. That's just something that comes to my mind. And one of the other things I want to highlight here is always look at the volume. So for some reason, the gas has come out of this momentum because in the last 24 hours, it's less than 2 Ethereum. And if the floor price is 0.3 basically, that means 6 or 7 have been selling, which means either people are delisting and not selling them, but truly there's actually some available, right? You can see the floor prices here, which means that something else has caught people's attention. And I actually think this is going to come back down because there makes no sense. If the volume drops significantly off and there's a ton available, right? 3.9 are listed, right? It's not so much. You can get a bunch. The order book is thick. I could literally buy 5 of these for 0.3 basically. If I bought 5 of these, I would basically be the person who drove the 24-hour volume. So just something I want to bring up because we never really talk NFTs, something that's definitely interesting. The next one, and oh no, it's probably happening in the next 40 minutes. Okay, well, that's awkward because I just had this loaded up. But basically, Pixels is doing their pet NFT mint. And this is happening in the next between 1 to 3 hours. I'll just get back to that in a second. Let me just click off this. Sorry. So they're calling all farmers. They got a new shipment of Pixel pet capsules on its way. Just so you guys know, this is heavily sought after. If you're able to mint one, I would recommend doing it. Not financial advice. There's only 3,000 available, 500 pixel, open for 24 hours. Not sure how they are figuring out who is eligible, but if you have the opportunity, maybe it's just whoever's online at the time, who knows? I would recommend doing it because the way this works, Pixel's NFTs seem to skyrocket, especially because they control their supply so well. 3,000 is next to nothing, and everyone I've talked to wants to do it. So if you got a Pixels account, if you sort of participated in the airdrop last time, consider doing that. Or if you get selected on your account and you're like, well, I don't have Pixel token, well, you can actually go to the Ronin Bridge. I remember link to everything is in the description. Go, and unfortunately, you'll have to go from Ethereum. That's probably the only sucky part about this whole thing is they don't have a bridge outside of Ethereum to Ronin. So you'll likely have to pay some ridiculous gas prices. Let's just see what that would look like. I'm just going to switch to the Ethereum mainnet and see what 0.1 would cost. Oh, it's not bad actually. It's only $8. Okay, so if I was to do it, if I get selected, I'm doing it 100%. I would have to send over 0.1 because the pixel price is 50 cents. So this would cover the cost of 500 pixel easily. And then all I have to do once I've done that is go over to Katana and swap my Ethereum that I've traded over to Pixel token, and then we're good to go. Obviously, if you don't have Ronin token, you'll have to do that as well, just because it's part of the gas. But definitely very interesting. Now, one of the things I will say here to you guys is, there's a lot of stuff that I just went over. I'm so excited to come home. Not gonna lie, this is we're almost in March. and I leave back to Toronto on Friday, and I'm gonna be able to do more in-depth videos and sort of be like on my computer versus away from home and sort of only being able to do stuff on my phone every so often. So guys, like, please, continue to engage. I think it's kind of really important. And in the future, we'll talk about how you can sort of collect NFTs, what you should be doing with the markets, and sort of everything else like that. I think it's like pretty cool. We'll see what happens, but we're gonna get off to our AMA. So I will catch you there. Love it. Make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna continue bringing you guys updates whether I'm at home or whether I'm on the road. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the AMA. In the AMA.